Welcome back to the Amateur Blind Cook channel, where I hope to go viral so that I can take care of my mom. Today, me and my guide dog Elliot will be going to Central Market to buy some stuff to make some chocolate mousse, some duck fat to make some duck fried chicken wings, But real quick, check out, I don't know if you can see it, but Elliot has a little bow tie. He's a boy. Charlotte.
Okay.
Steady, buddy.
Right. Going out.
Come on, buddy.
You can smell it. You smell it?
It smells delish. Right, straight ahead, right?
Okay, which way?
Elliot, come on. No, thank you. Yeah, where the main entrance is?
Okay, right. Come on, this is there.
It's because he smelled the barbecue.
Okay. He smelled the food. Look here, he worse than me. Texas sheet cake cookies. Okay, wait a minute. I'm open dope. Here we go.
Oh, it's on double doors? Hey, Elliot, come on. Elliot, outside, come on. Outside. Good boy, Bubba. Come on. Okay. All right, buddy. Halt. Okay, hopefully our bus can see us from here. What up? Elliot, over here. Hop up. Over here. Come on, buddy.
Gonna keep straight.
Elliot, over here. Come on.
He got a big old truck and a trailer blocking you.
Yeah, they told me, but I'm glad he saw me, man.
Yeah, I had to look. I'm looking, go towards like counterpoint towards your right.
Okay, so keep going this way,
Right.
and then
You're
bus
gonna
is
make the right.
to the right.
Yeah.
Elliot, over here. Come on, buddy. I know you don't get near.
Come on down. Yeah, there you go. You right in front of the step.
Thank you. Come on, buddy. Hop in. Can I sit anywhere?
Yes, sir. You by yourself.
That's the way I like it, man. VIP treatment. Come on, buddy. Got it in my bags. Let's go. Careful. Steady.
Good, David?
Yeah, thank you, man.
All right, you have a good day.
Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Well, I made chocolate mousse for myself, right? Which was great. But then I ate it in front of my coworkers, and my coworkers were like, "What's that?" And I was like, "It's chocolate mousse. It's like banana pudding, but better." So now I'm making chocolate mousse for everyone at my job. So I'm just feeling for the egg whites to fall off the egg yolk. I'm going to want 6 egg whites and 6 egg yolks separated. And this is pretty easy. Sometimes the egg yolk cracks, and I don't know, and that's what tripped me up. Like, I think that one was about to break or just broke. So yeah, 6 egg whites and 6 egg yolks separated. I'm doing this ahead of time, as in I'm separating the egg whites and the egg yolks first, because I want the egg whites to be warm. The warmer it is, the more it fluffs up, the more air it's able to incorporate, the fluffier my chocolate mousse. I am using pasture-raised eggs instead of conventional, but you don't have to do pasture-raised. It's just what I have. And I do like the way it tastes, because it tastes better. So now I'm making chocolate mousse for a bunch of people at work. So I'm doubling up on the recipe. So I'm going to use 2.5 cups of heavy cream. we're going to want this to barely steam. We don't want it to boil. Because if we boil, we mess up the cream, we mess up the cream, we mess up the recipe. While the cream is heating up, I'm going to go ahead and chop 14 grams of dark chocolate. And the reason I want to chop it is the smaller this chocolate is, the easier it melts into cream, and the easier it is to make my ganache. Ganache is a mixture of cream or butter with chocolate or fruit. So we're going to do that to 3 other chocolate bars. Now, I'm not one of those blind men, right, that has a bunch of money for all these fancy talking thermometers. So I wanted the cream warm enough to melt chocolate, and the way I'm going to check is I'm going to stick my middle finger right there, this middle finger right here. I'm just going to, that's ready. So just a little bit of chocolate at a time. Stir and melt. And you can kind of feel the big chocolate chunky pieces in the cream, right? And eventually you'll start feeling melt. So a little at a time, I'm going to pick up the temperature just a little bit. Break the bigger pieces. The smaller the pieces, the easier it melts. And already here, I can smell that chocolate melting into the cream. Smells delish. I just realized I'm adding almost a pound of chocolate into this heavy cream, which was 2 cups, and each cup is 8 ounces. So a pound of cream, or a pound and a half of cream, and almost a pound of dark chocolate. And again, you can also just stick your hand in there. Feel around, yeah. There's still bigger pieces, but they are melting. So just stir, and it'll incorporate slowly. And as the chocolate melts, you do feel this getting thicker. I went ahead and melted in our chocolate into our cream. This is thick, it feels velvety. And to this mixture, I'm going to add in these vegetables. No, just kidding. Those are for soup I'm making later. So all this cream and chocolate, right? My gosh, chocolate ganache. I'm going to add in some concentrated coffee. It was a little bit of water with 3 tablespoons of coffee syrup and a tablespoon of almond extract. Just to help add a layer of flavor to the chocolate mousse. I went super light with the liquids though, because that will kind of change the texture of the chocolate mousse, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm adding them now and just waxing it in. And hopefully I get some like mocha-y, almond-y flavors to the chocolate mousse. But once everything's melted, you go ahead and just shut the heat. Just keep stirring. Taste. That's money right there. The almond extract does come in. Can't taste the coffee too much, but I'm not going to worry about it. But I am getting dark chocolate, I am getting almond, and maybe a slight kiss of caffeine. So I'm good. I'm happy with this. To my egg yolk mixture, let me just make sure. Yeah, these are egg yolks. To my egg yolk mixture, I'm going to go ahead and add in 6 tablespoons of brown sugar. Because again, we are going very heavy with 85% cacao. And it's going to be a little bitter if we don't add any sugar. So we're going to kind of add in the sugar to our egg yolks. And just whisk our egg yolks with our sugar. Kind of break down the brown sugar, and again, incorporate it as much as you can into the egg yolks. There we go. Something I do every night. That I only need my fingertips to do, not my whole hand. So I'm going to put this chocolate mixture into the egg yolks when this cools down a little more. I've added now the chocolate is too hot and it's going to cook this egg yolk, and we don't want that. We'll lose that velvety texture. We don't want that. So I'm going to leave this alone for right now, but I'm going to come back to it. So earlier we had let these egg whites come to room temperature so they fluff up better. And while I had the chance, I asked my meta glasses to see if there's any egg yolk in the egg white, and there was. So that might, it'll just mess it up when it's fluffing up. So we want this turn to soft We want this to become soft peaks or medium soft peaks. I don't. If I could still see, I would just visually see.
Oy. What? What?
So I'm having a hard time knowing when this is done because visually, if I could see, the trick is to whisk and then pick up the whisk. If the peak stays tall, then the egg whites are done being fluffed up. But I can't feel, like, I don't know what that feels like. So I'm going to beat this in for like another 30 seconds and then I'm going to leave it alone and hope for the best. So I could tell it foamed up, right? I just can't tell if it's done. Like, there's still a liquid in the bottom. Yeah, when the liquid is gone, I think it's done. Oh my god, okay, yeah. I am seeing less liquid at the bottom, so it's, yeah, I'm doing the right thing.
3 days later.
I am gonna eventually need this whisk to make some to make some whipping cream. So, holy shit, did something break? No! Oh, fuck. Now that our chocolate ganache is cooled down enough, I'm gonna go ahead and add it into that egg yolk sugar mixture. Just dump it all in. Oh, right now I smell that dark chocolate and that almond extract. Not that coffee, but the flavors that I'm smelling right now smell really good. And then just mix that in. Again, try to mix that egg yolk, the sugar, and the dark chocolate ganache together as much as possible. Oh, there we go. That is good. And then you're gonna get your egg white mixture and slowly fold that in. Be gentle with it, don't be rough. This feels heavy and light at the same time. I don't know how to describe it. But I don't want to break the air bubbles too much. So that's enough folding for me. But again, as I go through it with the spatula, it feels light and airy, but when I pick it up, it feels dense. So I think I'm doing a good job, hopefully. In that bowl that we have the egg whites in, we're going to add in 2 cups of heavy cream. We're going to make some whipped cream. So hooray for one less dish. I had the whisk in the freezer, and I found the part that fell from it on the floor. And the reason I want the whisk cold and the bowl cold and the cream cold is because it fluffs up even nicer. This won't be easier to feel when it's ready than the egg whites. Because this I know what it feels like. It's just whipped cream. I just gotta whip it. Well, I won't be doing any recipes that require a hand mixer for a while because I broke mine. And I was able to make a little whipped cream. And again, just little by little, fold that in. I might have over whipped it because this feels really thick, like it almost turned into butter. But we're here now. We can only move forward. So one of the fears I have is that I didn't mix this enough or over mixed it. So I'm gonna hope for the best. And the serving of this is 5 ounces.
3.95.
But I'm a fat ass, so I'm gonna serve myself 10 ounces.
68.
And I'm gonna portion off the rest in little portion cups.
11.60 ounces.
So I got my portion, right? Wrap it in saran wrap. I'm gonna put it in the fridge. In 4 hours, I can top it with my secret ingredient. The secret ingredient is very French. So in this pan, I have the heat on high, and the pan is warming up, But as the pan warms up, I'm gonna go ahead and rub grass-fed butter and duck fat around the pan while I saute. And these are the fats slash oils that I'm gonna use to saute the secret ingredient that is gonna be part of our topping for our chocolate mousse. So the butter, well, it's gonna taste like butter, and the duck fat's gonna taste like duck fat. So we're gonna get this weird combination of like butter and like gamey fat. Like, oh, dude, I am excited. I'm just gonna mix that around. As the butter melts, just move your fingers. I have the secret ingredient right here. They are blue oyster mushrooms, brought to you by South Texas Farms / South Texas Mushrooms. And we're just gonna go ahead and rip these petals away. So, just gonna mix around the mushrooms, make sure they're all evenly spaced out. What we want to do with these mushrooms is just give them some color. But again, we're cooking them in the duck fat and the butter. Wow. That butter, duck fat, and mushroom, like, it smells savory. But this is not going to be a savory topping. It's going to be a sweet topping. We're waiting on one more ingredient after we saute these blue oyster mushrooms. The cool thing about these blue oyster mushrooms, when sauteed, they give off like this, it's a wonderful nutty smell. And they taste like a very mild scallop, but like a nutty scallop in a good way. And like, this is gonna be a topping in my chocolate mousse, man, but like a part of me just wants to heat up some tortillas and eat it, because, man, just with salt and pepper, it'll taste fantastic. But, wow, it's really good. In my hands here, I have proof that Canada and the United States of America are still friends. This is 100% maple syrup, baby. Straight from Canada. I'm going to go ahead and add this to my mushrooms. And what I'm going to do is essentially cook off the water that's in the maple syrup, so it'll glaze the mushrooms a bit. You just want to toss and make sure the mushrooms are covered in the maple syrup. And spread it out. So this went from being a savory item to a dessert item just like that. And honestly, the maple syrup complements the taste of the mushrooms. Wow. This would be a topping on cake from how good it is. The maple syrup has finally started to boil. So we have to be very careful that we mix these mushrooms, because maple syrup is full of sugar and sugar will burn. But again, I want to melt as much of that water out of the maple syrup as I can. So constantly stirring, just let it do its thing. When this is done being cooked, I'm going to go ahead and turn off the heat and let the mushrooms cool down in the pan itself. And then I will add that on top of my chocolate mousse. Because if I put it in while it's hot, it's going to mess up my chocolate mousse. Remember, chocolate mousse is a cold dessert. Cold like my heart after you broke up with me. We're going to go ahead and get the chocolate mousse I separated for myself. I'm just going to take the condom off this wrapper. And that is chocolate mousse. I'm going to top it with some blueberries that I tossed in some of that maple syrup on one side. Top it off with the shiitake mushroom. And there you go. That's the secret topping to my chocolate mousse. Oyster mushrooms.